Morning, Craig. Thank you for taking the time. I know it's the first morning that we have the work riders in race 1 going around the turn for the first time. They'll be practicing, doing a lot of work at home in the build up to this first race that we haven't had in a long time. Just talk to us through the guys' prep and also who the guys are.
Yes, so look, very exciting with the work riders getting the support that we've long needed. We're able to spread our wings a bit. Yeah, going around the turn is a whole different kind of racing, so it takes a bit more skill and a bit more training. On a weekly basis, our work riders do go to Durbanville and ride for their respective trainers, so they sometimes ride up to 5 or 6 gallops each, but 1 or 2 at a time. So heading up towards this race, we've tried to group them up to maybe 5 runners, have them sit behind each other at Durbanville, just as a safety precaution, just to get them a little bit more ready for the race. And yeah, just excited to go forward and hopefully maybe get up to a mile 1800 coming up pretty soon.
And just make mention of the specific guys that are in this race. I know you obviously have a smaller race. It's quite a nice introduction, for a lot of them. A few have also been around the turn before, or was it purely the first experience? At Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, a lot of these guys are on the bend.
Yeah, so look, we have had 1 or 2 races around the turn quite a long time ago. I think we've had 2 in the last 10 years. So okay. Moving up to a more regular kind of system. We've got some very, very nice riders looking after big horses that all run in features. So for them to now get back onto the course is amazing for them. They do the hard work. We've started off with a selective few work riders. As an apprentice, I think you have to ride up the straights maybe 10 times before you can go ride in the turn. We only have 10 to 12 work riders races in a year, so we've shorten it down to only 5 qualifying rides, obviously no infringements or mistakes. And then we'll reevaluate them as we go and just add to our list. We've got, I think, 12 or 13 that we've qualified now, and each week we go to Durbanville and do more and more. So we're looking forward to getting bigger and stronger and even further.
And just to give public some insight, I know Kalinda's a work rider with Shane Humby. She's looking forward to potentially getting a ride in the race. And an interview that we did with her, she mentioned riding behind Rachel Venica was a really a highlight for her career. And I think when we start bringing this work rider element into riding around the turn again, it really makes dreams come true for a lot of these work riders that are, seeing jockeys want to be a jockey, but it's fantastic for them.
Absolutely, and these talking about Kalinda, she's probably our only female rider left, so it'll be nice to get her into the race, and she toughs it out with the guys every day, and she's at the school. She does the same kind of physical exercise. She's not the youngest of the guys, of the riders should I say, but she steps up and does a lot of work, and she also comes and massages the work riders, the groom school horses, and just a little bit of extra just to say thanks. And yeah, it's just, I hope to get into a race soon.
Oh, you're fantastic. And then if I can just touch on the work riders program with Hollywood Bets being involved, and sort of the work that you're doing in the build up to these races. If you just go through a typical week with these guys and the commitment that they're showing to get ready for the race riding, etc. If you could just go through that with some of the guys, how that works.
Okay, so all of our work riders are actually grooms for specific trainers. So to come to the school, they got to sacrifice their lunch time. I wait for them to finish work. We only then start our first course. And it's hard work. It's a lot of exercise after a long morning's work. So it takes a lot of commitment. And come winter time, even with it pouring with rain, they've had a whole morning's work, and every single day they're at the school practicing. Even the guys that are qualified, it's like the guys riding in the 1400 today, they're there every day, just staying fit, getting ready for the race. So the build-up is amazing. The guys are very, very excited for the going around the turn. And yeah, I think I'm a bit more nervous than they are. I've been chatting to them the whole week, and they told me you should just relax, they've got this. And so yeah, I'm looking for a good performance.
Perfect.